Hello, everybody. Let's discuss today the concept related with abstraction. Basically, abstraction is used for layering and reducing the complexity. So, let's discuss this thing in detail. So, basically, human body. Human body is an abstraction of bones and some inner parts. So, the real world, whichever we are seeing, that is all over. We see the abstraction. So human body is also having very complex parts, and all those complex parts are abstracted with a beautiful body, skin which we are having. So internally, what happens? It is a concept of layering. So this inner structure is layered by some place, some inner parts, and finally the outer layer which we are having. So here, if you visit this on this link, you can see that a boy of age 5 years, he's trying to reverse engine, trying to seeing that inner parts of the human body. It is beautifully resembling all the parts uh, of the human body. And in the second lecture of this YouTube, Bill Gates has explored one of the language which is given by the MIT, that is Scratch, where you can see like how the programming really works. So this is also very interesting link. So you can have a look of that. So in the last lecture, what we have seen the classes inside classes. We have discussed about the inner classes, and today we are going to discuss about the classes which is not fully defined and not meaningful. So if something is not fully defined and not meaningful, what is the use of that? So these kind of classes which is not fully defined and not meaningful, basically we are saying that it is not meaningful, but indirectly it is very meaningful. So those kind of classes which is not fully defined and not meaningful, that is abstract class. So what do I mean by not meaningful? It is not meaningful because we cannot create the object of those classes. So those classes for which I am not able to create the object, or it cannot be instantiated, those kind of classes will be treated as abstract class. Second thing is that what do I mean by not fully defined? Not fully defined means the function inside those classes are not defined, or they are partially defined, or they are only declared. So if they are only declared, those kind of classes are interface class. So the abstract class, I mean that there is only the declaration or some default definition of the functions, and we cannot create the object of the abstract classes. So what is the abstract class? We already got the answer previously, that abstract class is the one for which we cannot create the object. Abstract class is one for which there is only the function or default function definition, or we can only have the declaration of those functions. So if there is only declaration of the functions, that abstract class becomes the interface class. So why to create the abstract class? Answer itself lies in my previous definition. If we are able to answer what is the use if object cannot be created, why to create such a class for which we cannot create the object? So it works as a prototype, a planning document. A prototype or planning document, what I mean by a prototype and planning document? Sometimes we are not sure about a project which we are going to work. Client may oftenly introduce some kind of requirements in the middle of the project. So there is a requirement of changing the design very frequently. So in that cases, it is very helpful if we are having one abstract class where I have only thinking, where I have only a planning that further my development is going to produce this kind of functionality. So for the purpose of extensibility, if we are going to extend our program in future, suppose there is a banking which gives only the facility of loaning, in future it gives the facility of fixed deposit account or current account or Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, various schemes which is coming from the government, then it is better to have an abstract class where all these functions are declared, so that whatever the requirement comes can be incorporated in future. Next thing is that default behavior. So most of the time a common functionality needs to be implemented by multiple classes. So to reduce the redundancy so that the programmer need not to write the same piece of code again and again. So to reduce the redundancy, remove the redundancy and to reuse that particular part, in many classes it is preferred to use abstract class. Next question comes, what is the use if functionality is not fully defined or partially defined? This comes the definition that if suppose at the initially we are having a company which only deals with the part assembling of a particular product. So later on it plans that this company will develop its own product. So company may have a default functionality of part assembling which can be later extended for the development for the assembling from the scratch. So a definition which is declared as the default, which is defined as the default, can be later extended by the another classes. It helps. The same concept is called as overloading or overriding. So it again provides a functionality of reusability of the same function in multiple classes. Now, what is the use if only declaration of the function? So it is a pure prototype, means we are having only planning, and this planning in future we want to extend, and we can create a new type of object by using that interface. So let's take the scenario like in a company there are multiple teams. So in a single team, if there is a work, so suppose single team they are the project of student management system. One team is working the student student registration. Another team is working on student examination. Third team is working on student library management. So all these teams may have one common interface. So by seeing the interface, all the team will come to know that these are the functionality which is going to be provided by the project, a complete project. So providing the interface gives the guarantee to the user that my software is going to provide these kinds of functionality. But the developer at their end will be using abstract classes. So the abstract class will having these three functionality which is provided in the interface and some extra functionality which is required to implement those functionalities. So abstraction is basically meant for the developer perspective and interface is meant for the user perspective, those who are going to use the software. So here interface means the company has a planning which is not a concrete planning, only it is providing a certain guarantee that my software will provide these kind of services which can be exposed to the user. So further it can be extended, and versioning I means suppose there is a software which is in beta phase. So after a particular time, company is providing another version of that project. So interface helps us providing the versioning of the software. So versioning I mean redefining the software with new functionality in each and every next development. Next thing is that we are having this structure. So here this structure basically we are trying to define the concept of abstraction. So abstraction basically you can see that abstraction is everywhere. So this the example which we have taken, and this example this is a basically UML diagram which is a representation of abstract factory method. So what this abstract factory method is, like we are having some dependent classes. So here if you see, we are having a university. It is abstract. So this university is a kind of university. So my university GBPUAT and Delhi University, there can be n number of universities. Those who are in India and abroad can have the method to access those universities. So here by using get name string, we are trying to access this method. So here again by using this method, we are trying to access the Delhi University method. So it is better if I try to explain this UML diagram in detail in my next lecture, because it is going to take enough time. So I will be defining this UML diagram in my next lecture. Hope that you have understood this. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.